Hey there, my friend. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt that little flutter in your chest and wondered, is my heart trying to tell me something? Or maybe you've caught yourself puffing a bit more than usual after climbing the stairs, thinking, well, I'm not as young as I used to be. If that rings a bell, you're in the right place. After 60, our hearts have been beating strong for decades, carrying us through life's ups and downs. But they need a little extra love to keep going strong. And here's the kicker. Heart disease doesn't have to be part of your story. In fact, with just a few simple steps, you can protect that amazing heart of yours and feel better than you have in years. I've been digging into this because, honestly, I want us all to thrive, not just get by. Heart disease might sound scary, and sure, it's a big deal, but it's not some unstoppable force. It's something we can take charge of, starting today. With changes so easy, you'll wonder why you didn't try them sooner. We're going to walk through some down-to-earth ways to keep your heart happy, and I promise it's not about turning your life upside down or eating nothing but kale, though I'll admit I've grown to like it. This is about small, doable shifts that fit right into your day, and I can't wait to share them with you. So let's kick things off with something you're probably already doing, or at least thinking about moving your body. Now, I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting weights like a bodybuilder. I mean gentle, everyday movement that gets your heart pumping just enough to say, hey, I'm still here. After 60, our hearts don't need a boot camp. They need consistency. A little stroll around the block, a sway to your favorite song in the kitchen, or even stretching while you're watching TV can do wonders. The trick is to make it a habit, something you enjoy so it doesn't feel like a chore. Take my neighbor Sam, for example. He's 68, and he used to think exercise was for the young folks, until he started walking his dog every morning. At first, it was just a slow shuffle to the corner and back, but over time, he stretched it to 20 minutes, chatting with the birds and waving at the mailman. He told me, I didn't realize how much lighter I'd feel. My chest doesn't tighten up like it used to. That's the magic of moving. It doesn't have to be fancy or hard. Start with 10 minutes today, maybe a lap around your yard or a dance with your grandkids. Your heart will thank you, and you'll feel that spring in your step coming back. Now let's talk about what's on your plate, because food is one of the easiest ways to give your heart some love. I used to think eating healthy meant giving up everything I enjoyed, like my Friday night pizza or that buttery toast in the morning. But it's not about deprivation. It's about adding in the good stuff that keeps your heart ticking strong. One thing that's made a huge difference for me is swapping out some of those heavy fats for foods that feel like a treat, but work like medicine. Think nuts instead of chips, or a juicy piece of salmon instead of a greasy burger every now and then. My friend Margaret, who's 72, was a skeptic at first. She loved her fried chicken dinners, and I don't blame her. They're delicious. But when her doctor mentioned her cholesterol creeping up, she started mixing in more heart-friendly bites. She'd roast some sweet potatoes with a sprinkle of olive oil or toss a handful of walnuts into her oatmeal. I still get my chicken sometimes, she told me with a grin, but I feel so much better with these little switches. Tonight, try adding something colorful to your plate. Maybe a handful of berries or a drizzle of olive oil on your veggies. It's not about perfection. It's about giving your heart a boost, one tasty bite at a time. There's so much more we can do to keep that heart of yours beating strong, and I'm excited to keep this going. These steps are just the beginning, and they're all about making you feel good, not stressed or overwhelmed. Let's keep the momentum up because you deserve to enjoy every day with a heart that's ready for anything. One thing that's huge for our hearts after 60 is how we handle the hustle and bustle of the day. Life doesn't slow down just because we've hit a milestone birthday, does it? Between keeping up with family, juggling appointments, or even worrying about the little things like whether the car needs an oil change, it's easy to feel that tightness creeping into your chest. Stress isn't just a buzzword. It's like a quiet weight that presses down on your heart, making it work harder than it should. But here's the good news. You don't need a fancy yoga class or a meditation retreat to lighten that load. It's about finding small, peaceful moments that fit right into your routine. Take my buddy Frank, for instance. He's 65, and he used to get wound up over everything. Traffic, the news, you name it. His wife would joke that he'd argue with the weather if he could. But one day he started sitting on his porch for 5 minutes after breakfast, just breathing in the fresh air and listening to the birds. No phone, no to-do list, just him in the morning. He told me, I didn't think it'd do much, but my whole day feels calmer now. That's the trick, carving out a tiny pocket of quiet. Maybe for you, it's sipping your coffee by the window or closing your eyes for a moment before dinner. Try it today. 5 minutes of stillness and feel that tension melt away. Your heart will feel the difference and you'll wonder how you ever got by without it. Now let's shift to something that's just as powerful, but a little more physical. Keeping your blood flowing smooth and easy. I'm not going to throw big medical words at you, but think of your arteries like the pipes in your house. Over time, they can get a little clogged up with stuff we don't want, especially if we've enjoyed our share of rich meals over the years. One of the best ways to keep those pipes clear is with a habit so simple it almost feels like cheating. Drinking more water. I know it sounds basic, but hear me out. Water helps flush out the junk and keeps your blood from getting too thick, which means less strain on your heart. I learned this from my cousin Ellie, who's 69 and swears by her water bottle. She used to get headaches and feel sluggish, and her doctor told her she wasn't drinking enough. So she started keeping a pretty glass pitcher on her counter, filled with water and a few slices of lemon, just to make it fun. She'd sip it all day, aiming for a little more than she used to, and she said, I feel like I've got more pep in my step now. It's not about chugging gallons, just a glass here and there, maybe with a splash of flavor if plain water's not your thing. Today, fill a cup and keep it close. Sip it while you're reading or watching TV, and let it work its quiet magic on your heart. And here's another piece that ties right into feeling good. Laughter. Yes, you heard me right. Laughing isn't just for kids or silly sitcoms. It's like a workout for your heart without the sweat. When you laugh, your whole body relaxes, your blood vessels open up, and your stress takes a back seat. After 60, we've earned the right to enjoy a good chuckle, haven't we? I used to think I was too busy for fun, but then I started watching old comedy shows with my grandkids. Think Goofy Faces and Slapstick Falls, and I'd catch myself laughing until my sides hurt. It felt like a weight lifted off me. My friend Doris, who's 73, took this to heart. Literally, she'd been feeling down after losing her husband, and her daughter suggested they watch funny pet videos together. At first, Doris rolled her eyes, but soon she was giggling at cats chasing their tails, and she told me, "It's like my heart got lighter." You don't need a big plan, just find something that tickles you. Maybe it's a call with a friend who always has a good story, or a silly movie you loved years ago. Tonight, give yourself permission to laugh, even for a few minutes. Your heart will feel the joy, and it'll thank you with every beat. We're on a roll here, aren't we? There's more to share about keeping your heart strong and happy, and I'm loving this time with you. These little steps are adding up, and they're all about making your days brighter and your heart healthier. One thing that's so easy to overlook is how much sleep ties into your heart's happiness. I used to think a few restless nights were no big deal, just part of getting older, right? But then I started noticing how grumpy and foggy I'd feel after tossing and turning, and it hit me. My heart was working overtime to keep up. Sleep isn't just a break for your mind. It's when your heart gets to slow down, recharge, and repair itself. After 60, those good nights are like gold, helping keep your blood pressure steady and your energy up. The trick is to make your evenings a little gentler, so sleep comes naturally. Take my pal Norma, for example. She's 67 and used to stay up late reading thrillers. Those page-turners kept her wired. She'd complain about feeling tired all the time, and I suggested she try winding down differently. Now she sips a cup of chamomile tea and listens to soft music an hour before bed. No more heart-pounding plots. She told me, "I didn't realize how much better I'd feel. It's like my whole day's brighter." Tonight, give your heart that gift. Dim the lights a bit early, skip the late-night TV drama, and let your body ease into rest. You'll wake up feeling like you've given your heart a big, warm hug. Now let's talk about something that sneaks up on us: sitting too long. I get it, after a busy life, it's tempting to settle into that comfy chair with a book or the remote. I was the same way, parked on my couch for hours thinking I was relaxing. But here's the thing, when we sit for too long, our blood doesn't flow as well. Guilt. It's about keeping things moving so we feel alive. You don't have to be on your feet all day. Just a little break here and there can work wonders. My neighbor Bill, who's 71, figured this out after his doctor nudged him to move more. He'd watch golf all afternoon, barely budging, and then feel stiff as a board. So he started standing up during commercials, maybe stretching his arms or shuffling to the kitchen for a glass of water. "It's not much," he said, "but I don't feel like I'm creaking anymore." That's the spirit. Today, when you're settled in, set a little reminder. Every hour or so, stand up, wiggle around, or take a quick lap around the room. Your heart will love the chance to stretch its legs, and you'll feel that lift in your step. And here's the final piece that ties it all together: staying connected. Our hearts don't just thrive on food or exercise, they need love too. After 60, it's easy to let days slip by without a good chat or a hug, especially if family's far or friends are busy. But those connections, they're like fuel for your heart, keeping stress low and happiness high. I used to think I was fine on my own, but then I'd feel this quiet ache I couldn't place. It wasn't until I started calling my sister every Sunday or meeting a buddy for coffee that I realized how much my heart craved it. Think of my friend Helen, who's 74. She'd gotten quiet after her kids moved away, and her energy was fading. Then she joined a little gardening group. Nothing fancy, just folks swapping tomato tips. She lit up, telling me, "I didn't know how much I miss laughing with people. You don't need a crowd, just one person who gets you. Today, reach out, call a friend, wave at a neighbor, or smile at the cashier. That warmth you feel? It's your heart saying thank you." So there we are, my friend. You've got these simple steps in your pocket now. Moving, eating well, calming your mind, sipping water, laughing, sleeping deep, standing up, and staying close to the ones who matter. They're not hard, and they're all about you feeling your best. I'd love to know how this lands for you. Drop a comment and tell me what you're going to try, or just say hi so I know you're out there. If this resonates, give that like button a tap and subscribe. I'm here to keep cheering you on with more ways to shine after 60. You're in charge of your heart, and it's ready to carry you through so many beautiful days. Here's to feeling strong, loved, and alive, starting right now.